up? What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment here again with another one. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you're able to get each and every uh, one of my. Well, subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the notifications so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. Now, I want to talk about our backcourt for a second. Okay, we got all the pieces necessary to compete, and I'm talking about the Philadelphia 76ers. For those of y'all that don't know, um, last night Seth Curry was amazing. Had 23 points. Uh, you know, Also, I'm going to talk about Andre Drummond in a separate video too as well. I haven't forgot about him. He's done a good job, man. And the fact that he stepped in for Embiid last night, it spoke volumes for it. It's just I've always had different feelings about Andre Drummond for the simple fact that he'll do good one part of the season, and then next thing you know, uh, he'll start slacking again. And that's something that we really can't afford to do. Being that uh, right now we have a good continuity and we got a good flow going. Um, we played the Blazers, ended up getting the win, but it's not really about the whole entire team. Our guard play, everybody thought that we were gonna just straight be bottom of the barrel once Ben Simmons had left. We're proving we more and more that we don't need Ben Simmons. And look, there's going to be some games when we lose, especially when we're talking about a tough Eastern Conference this season, because you have the emergence of Chicago, uh, the reemergence of the Charlotte Hornets from last season, because last season they did pretty good, and of course the Wizards, and of course New York reemerges too. We're playing in a competitive East, and can't forget about the Heat. We're playing in the competitive East. That is only going to make us better. That's only going to make us better because while they're sleeping on us, you forget that we got some guards that can get it done. Look, I got all the faith in the world in Maxi. He's playing great right now. Listen, if you're looking for Maxi to put up a dub every night and have 10 assists, 11 assists, stuff like that. Sometimes it's not going to be like that. Sometimes it's just going to be a game. Like he just had 12 points last game. Some games it's going to be like that. You like every night when especially when you're at the one, and I know it's positionless. I know it's positionless basketball, but he's known as a point guard. And Doc Rivers is trying to mold this young player right now. That's another thing too. I want to give Doc. I can see what Doc is doing. Uh, Doc is really trying to focus on doing a good job of his adjustments better. He's really trying to improve that. I'll see. Uh, he, he's becoming more cerebral in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? That's not taking anything away from his intellect or anything like that. But Doc, man, let's just call it what it is. Doc has made some terrible decisions down the stretch, but I think he's trying to work on that. Look, the thing that I really respected about Phil Jackson, even though on a personal level, I'm kind of moving away and changed my mind about Phil and some things. But one of the things that I used to respect about Phil Jackson is the fact that he let the players play. He let the players play through adversity, like the Bulls and like the Lakers. He would let them play through adversity when they were down. Doc is willing to put up and let put up with the players and their mistakes and everything, and let them learn on the flow about what you're doing because it's a long season and players are going to start wearing down and not just physically, it's going to be mentally. But see, a season, an NBA season separates the men from the boys. It separates the men from the mice. And I believe that we have the pieces enough to compete with the Chicago, to compete with the New York. But we have to be able to fight adversity, and we can't let any other team, I don't care from the Western Conference or the Eastern Conference, come in and try to dictate any type of pace. We have to get them to play our pace. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And people that are slipping on it, it's not like, we're being underachieved, vastly underachieving like some of these teams that are coming out flat right now. Now, I will give some of the teams a little bit of, not too much of a break, but somewhat of a break. But still, even still, then when you got injuries and stuff like that, man, people are gonna look at it like, well, next man up, and that's kind of what we're doing in our situation. People expected us to just fall off the map. No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen because we're trying to make the Sixers a well-oiled machine to where, okay, hey, look, we can depend on this guy, we can depend on that guy. We don't need to worry about oh, okay, well, if he gets hurt or he's not there, guess what? Hold on. Big Who. What's up with it, Big Who? I see you in the building. Um, we don't need to worry about if that guy doesn't show up, then, oh, no, we got to panic or we just got to throw everything away. No, that's not the case. And too many people rely on one guy to make it seem that, if they don't make it, or if he's not there, they're not going to make it to the promised land. And that's not what we're about. That's not what the Sixers are about. I'm pretty sure that's not what Doc wants us to be about. Now Doc, he's not the greatest. He's not the greatest coach in the world. You know what I'm saying? I've said that before. I've had my feelings about Doc. But the thing about it is that he's showing that he wants Maxie to grow. This video is not all about Maxie, but he has a lot to do with it. Seth is playing phenomenal. A lot of people forget that Seth was up in there, you know, high last year in 3-point percentage. But then again, everybody, all that goes out the window once you run into a team like Atlanta who's home. But we're gonna have to see what they do this year because they're struggling now, especially with the rule changes. There's not many excuses that a lot of teams can make now because listen, the rules have been changed. A lot of teams are faced with the same adversity too as well. And I wouldn't even call it adversity. I wouldn't even call it adversity. Not at all. Because if you really go back and you really go look how the uh, the game has been played, you understand that it's going to be common sense that okay, hey, look. at the end of the day, the team still have to fight something, no matter what. Okay, at first people were making an excuse that, oh well, there's no crowd, because of the bubble situation, no crowd being there. Um, that was an excuse. Then on top of that, they were making excuses about not having any training camp and all this stuff, and the season being short. Now it's the officiating. It's the officiating. And guys were still they were still crying and complaining about the officiating regardless. There were people they were still crying and complaining about the officiating. It might be a little bit more now, but there's still always going to be somebody that was crying and complaining. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna gloat on this too much. I'm not gonna sit here and harp on this too much, but I'm gonna just tell you, regardless of what y'all think, y'all can go ahead and y'all can doubt us all y'all want to. Our backcourt is legit. When Embiid is not in, and now we're showing, if Andre Drummond can continue to play and keep up doing what he's doing, we're gonna surprise a lot of people. I don't think that we're quite there yet where we need to be and what Doc is trying to do, but we're gonna get there. Said you'll see next game, huh? Well, that's like you to doubt us, you know. Um, I know y'all are on a roll right now, but y'all. But the thing that you have to understand is you have to come to our house. I know, I know, but look, we're I say right now, Maxi is a little bit more. The only reason I say Maxi is a little bit more aggressive, and Seth Curry has a better shooting percent. He's better shooting wise than both of the two, out of Levine and Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? Now, DeRozan, he's been really doing this thing, but the only thing that DeRozan gonna get his buckets. You know what my thing is about DeRozan though, Lou. It's about him closing the games. And we can pick him apart during the games. But y'all tell me what you think. Leave your comments, like this video, share it, subscribe. Also hit the notifications too. Until then, man, it's Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the boy, the homie, Lou the Rider Sports. Till then, man, I'll get at y'all a little bit later.